Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. Now today's video we're going to be talking about Lesion. Now the main reason why I wanted to make this Lesion video in the first place is because recently I made a series about who is like the best time burn operator, and it doesn't feel right to not talk about Lesion at least a little bit. But long story short, to get us started in today's video, we're going to be talking about what you should be doing with Lesion and how to play them. So the main thing you guys want to focus on when you are playing Lesion is going to be focusing on making those rotates. You want to be reinforcing the bomb site. Now, contrary to Mute, typically when you're playing Lesion, you're going to be focusing more on reinforcing than making rotates, but you still should make rotates whenever you can, like head holes. Like, think of it like this, right? If Mute is responsible for making rotates, then Lesion is responsible for making head holes and doing the rotates if Mute, or you know what I mean, whoever is the primary shotgun person isn't able to do it. Does that make sense? Now this round starts off with a Ram rushing into Picnic Piano here, and we're going to go ahead and get a very easy kill onto her right there because we get some really easy timing to get ourselves a free kill. And then we're going to go ahead and run out here because one of my other teammates that I was queuing with gives me a call out, so there's one guy on the yellow hallway window, so we're going to go ahead and run out. This is a really good run out to get kills on anybody on that window. The one thing you got to watch out for is anybody baiting for you to run out from there. That's the one thing you got to watch out for when you do go for that wide swing, because if you go for that wide swing a little bit too early, what will end up happening is that somebody will just be expecting it and you'll just die for free. So you want to make sure you go at it when you know for sure that the person that's on that window is distracted. Now right here, I'm going to go ahead and do a little play here where I'm going to swing aggressively for the breach. Now right here, this was probably another good timing moment where technically I didn't really need to swing aggressively right there, but I chose to swing aggressively because since my warden was inside a bathroom, it made sense for the Thatcher to be more worried about my warden than me who was on the hop up. So it makes sense for him if he wants to swing the warden to wide swing, so that's why I chose that timing to wide swing in that position. But right here, we're going to swing again. Once again, same exact thing as before. The warden's inside a bathroom. We're going to go ahead and swing aggressively because we know that the enemy team wants to kill that warden. So we swing aggressively in awkward timing to try to kill anybody who looks to kill the warden. And then the last guy in this position was on the dorm's window. He's going to go ahead and give away his position shooting at the warden. Once again, we're just going to go ahead and run out with our warden to go ahead and collect the last kill and secure the round right there. Now in this next round, I want to talk about his trap usage. So one of the things that a lot of people could do with Lesion that they usually don't really do that much is actually do a roam with Lesion. And the reason why I say a roam with Lesion is really good is because one of the nice things about his traps is that they kind of like allow you to play a lot wider of an area by yourself. Normally if you're playing like a roam operator like Vigil or something, you're going to have to watch out for more like potential pushes. But if you're playing Lesion, you're able to play like a bigger chunk of the whole map. Now this Lesion mine for Kitchen Doorway is going to actually be semi-important. The reason why we put one there is just in case the enemy team tries to ignore me and just walk down exo stairs for like a rush play, basically. That's the reason why we put our Lesion mine there, so that way we get a notification for it. And then we're going to put another Lesion mine for games, and the reason why we do that is because if anybody goes down the kitchen hallway through 90 and just skips over Kitchen Doorway altogether, we'll get notified for anybody hitting like a flank onto me from that Lesion mine. Now right here, we're going to go ahead and get a free kill for Warehouse here. Now this guy made audio, that's the reason why I know he was pushing through this side of the map. After we get this kill, we're going to go ahead and get a Lesion mine over by Games here. However, we're going to get audio of another guy going through Warehouse in this position. I decided in my best interest to just stand still here, because it's going to make the gunfight a lot more awkward for the guy that is pushing this doorway. And he goes ahead and just wide swings me. Unfortunately, he pre-fires the wrong place, and I'm able to collect myself a very easy kill. There was actually another guy inside of that cubby. That guy ends up actually just rotating away, going outside of Warehouse, like top Warehouse on the outside, and he ends up trying to wallbang right through the window. And then at the same time, after I get wallbang right there, this guy's going to go ahead, a different guy is going to go ahead and hit my Lesion mine over by Kitchen here, which is going to be a Blackbeard. He's going to try to walk down the exo stairs. We're going to go ahead and shoot him in the back right there to secure the round. The last guy in this position tries to rush cargo, and then my other teammate's going to go ahead and kill him to secure the round. Now, one of the major things that I actually wanted to bring up with regards to Lesion is actually not to rely too much on his traps. Like Lesion, I think, in my opinion, shouldn't be considered to be your main like deterrent factor from like people just like rushing into the bomb site. I think he should just be like an operator where you're like kind of hoping that somebody hits the trap, so that way you can get notification of it. If that makes sense, he shouldn't be like the main thing that stops the enemy team from rushing altogether, if that makes sense. Like preferably you'd want to have like barbed wire instead, and then have Lesion mines like over the barbed wire, or just like in front of the barbed wire, or somewhere like around there to fill like the gaps, if that makes sense. Like fill the gaps around the objective wherever the barbed wire can't reach, if that makes sense. So like for example on this map, classic Lesion mine spots would be like big window to prevent anybody from jumping in big window. Now typically people will just hold big window, so you probably don't really need to put a Lesion mine there. There's options for like top white staircase for the platform. This one I feel like you probably should put onto the staircase itself, so that way you get information of people shooting the Lesion mine instead of like hitting it at the top, because if they hit it at the top, there's a really good chance they're going to kill someone on your team. But if there's nobody playing top white in the moment, then technically you'll be okay if you just put it right at the top. But I personally, in the vast majority of games, you should probably put it on the staircase. In this position here, we didn't have anyone playing top white though, so that's why I was able to put a Lesion mine for the top white itself. Now right here, we're going to go ahead and put another Lesion mine on the trophy doorway. Trophy doorway is another common spot that people like to push for, so we're going to go ahead and put a Lesion mine there to prevent anybody from just walking into the site. And then the big thing that you guys need to understand, and the really important thing that you guys should watch out for in these type of positions, is people pushing in places wherever you don't have Lesion mines. So like for example in this round, the enemy team is going to go ahead and drive a Twitch drone in. They're going to start popping some goils. They're going to start causing some chaos on the objective. And there's going to actually be a guy that's going to walk into the main breach in this position. However, I got audio of this guy walking in. However, the one thing is right there is that conveniently was the only place that I didn't have Lesion mines for. So, meaning that's the only place that I actually realistically need to wait and listen for audio of anybody pushing to basically get myself free kills. You're going to see another guy goes ahead and runs into the breach here. It's a thermite. He actually ends up surviving a C4 that landed right at his feet. Not sure how he did that, but we go ahead and swing after the C4 to go ahead and pre-fire him and secure the kill right there. The last guy in this position is actually a Twitch. She was on big window. She goes ahead and actually just jumps into big window, hits my Lesion mine, runs into kids. We're going to go ahead and play on games right on the thermite's dead body, and we're just going to go ahead and wait for the Twitch to make a play here. He's going to rotate into bunks. I'm going to go ahead and get audio of him doing that. So we're going to go ahead and swing the white head holes. This is another nice little thing with white head holes, is that you can use it whenever people push big window to basically get yourself free kills on anybody who decides to go for bunks in that position. Haven't really talked about it much, but bulletproofs are really good to be using on Lesion. Now, technically, you could use the observation blockers, and honestly, I'd honestly recommend that if you can be bothered to put down observation blockers, that observation blockers are probably, for the vast majority of the time, unless you're in a 5-stack, is going to be better than playing the BP. And the reason why I say that is because when you're not in a 5-stack, what's going to end up happening is nobody's going to be getting on your cameras. I'm going to be honest with you guys, except for you probably. You're probably going to be the only one that's going to want to actually get on your own BP. So that's why I think the observation blocker is better. And the other thing too is that there's a certain amount of like, I guess like scariness, I guess is what you could say, for the enemy, or intimidation is what I want to say, for the enemy team if you have observation blockers down, and the enemy team like starts droning the bomb site and sees like everything blocked off to observation blockers, basically, if that makes sense. And so that factor alone makes me think that observation blocker is going to be better than the bulletproof, unless you're in a 5-stack that gets on cameras, obviously, right? All right, anyway, moving on here. We have Lesion mines on every single window in this position. They open up the statue wall here. The main things I got to watch out for here is anybody trying to just like jump into master or closet in this position and just basically trying to make some kind of hero play. That's pretty much what I got to watch out for here. Now, unfortunately, what's going to end up happening here is a lot of my teammates are just going to start dying. However, the nice thing is that when your teammates start dying in positions like this, a lot of times the enemy team is going to get antsy, and they're going to go ahead and just try to just jump in to try to make some kind of play happen to finish up the round. So we're going to go ahead and get a free kill on Twitch. We know that Ace is outside of Master Balcon's position. Unfortunately, I'm not going to hit the shots to kill him right here, and then one of my other teammates is going to die over by Astro. I'm going to go ahead and use this as an opportunity to drop here so I can go ahead and flank for Astro here to see if I can collect myself any free kills on somebody that is trying to walk up to Astro's staircase because maybe he won't push up so quickly if I go ahead and drop and try to look for some kind of play on him. He goes ahead and rotates into bathroom. I'm going to go ahead and get a free kill into him. I pre-fire towards Astro in the hopes of killing Ash. However, she's already inside of Trophy, and then we get more audio of Ace being inside of bathroom in this position. We're going to go ahead and get a free kill into him. The last guy in this position is Ash. We're going to go ahead and just rotate back down Astro in this position. He should be over by Trophy, but since we dropped diffuser over by bathroom door, he should be rotating over towards the bathroom door. So what we're going to do here is we're going to rotate to top red. We're going to wait for a little bit more audio of this Ash looking to grab the diffuser and go into one of the bomb sites to go ahead and plant. I'm going to go ahead and bait audio here to get him off the plant. I'm going to rotate into statue to go ahead and collect ourselves a free kill into him, because he's not going to know what the hell is going on if I go ahead and just break some audio in front of the trophy double door and then go ahead and just rotate towards statue. He's not going to know what's going on, unfortunately, so we're going to be able to get ourselves a very easy kill into him because we go ahead and just juke him out right there to secure the round. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the footage of the early round of this round, but long story short, Blackbeard's trying to rush up our mess stairs. We already did all of our site setup, like we made rotates, we put Lesion Mind's display side, and then Blackbeard tried to rush up. Right here, we're going to go ahead and see Blackbeard die to our Vigil here, and then our Vigil is going to go ahead and start getting pushed by this Ayana. I'm going to go ahead and just shoot the Ayana from top mez here to help out my Vigil. I'm going to go ahead and get some shots onto him. I'm going to drop in the same moment here. He's going to try to pre-fire us. We're going to expect to pre-fire onto him, get a pre-fire onto him first, and get the free kill onto him. And then right here, we're going to be in a nice 4v3 position. The last of the enemy team is mostly doing like a top mez operational push. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and just start prepping our Lesion Mines to stop them from basically pushing towards display in this position, and we're going to go ahead and just basically hold some angles here to basically like cut off like how much space they can potentially take. This is a nice little pixel angle here that you guys can do whenever you have shotguns, is you make like a little head hole rotate on this side of the wall for display here into server, and the idea is that you can hold anybody that tries to walk up for display hallway here and be able to like counteract anybody who does go for it. Now, the enemy team isn't gonna go for that, unfortunately. They're gonna actually have a like head holes in like the main wall over here next to operational. So they're gonna go ahead and ash charge that. This is gonna create an opportunity for them to try to like go for like a plant setup. However, I'm able to just rotate into position right away to stop them from doing this play. So what we got to do in this position now is just make sure that they have no play where they just walk in and basically pre-fire me to get like a free kill and then go for like a default cross cover plant basically. So my main priority here is to shut down this Ash is the idea. So right here, if the Ash kills me, we pretty much lose the round because they have a plant in this position. But we're going to go ahead and swing aggressively to go ahead and kill this Ash. And then the last guy in this position is actually going to be pushing over by R6 hallway. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and just start stacking Lesion Mines up on this door, and then we're going to play a nice little angle here where we play a hop up. This is another really nice angle that you guys can do to get any kills on anybody that's not prepared for this angle. We're going to go ahead and light up the Zofia here. Unfortunately, we're not going to hit enough shots to be able to kill her, but she's going to go ahead and try to peek aggressively again. We're going to switch it up now. We're going to play a prone angle now for the walk up. We're going to once again see her here try to pre-fire us. We're not going to be able to hit the shots, and then what's going to end up actually happening here is she's going to go ahead and just start getting antsy here on the last 10 seconds of the round. We're going to pick awkward timing, and we're just going to swing aggressively to go ahead and secure the kill into her to secure the round right there. But hope you guys enjoyed today's step-by-step video for Lesion. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!